Peace. Damn. The magic happened now. Now is the vibrate. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Right now, this won't be a probably won't be a long discussion, but I'm gonna speak on how indigo children, star seeds, you know, any type of light beings, we are sent here, and all of us are here to help a bigger spiritual picture. And I realized, like, through my observations and through my growth and intuition, because realizing, like, all right, if I'm God, or if I am a God, or if if I'm Source, and I'm trying to change things on this planet, so I'm sitting in certain beings, so I have a dynamic where, on this earthly plane, unfortunately, it got to a place where, each different ethnicity or race, they kind of separated, they treat each other differently, so how can I bring these people, all the other way, and then speaking from a God aspect, like all the other ways that I tried to bring humans together, it just hadn't worked, what can I do, what I'm saying? So, when thinking about that aspect, or looking at it through eyes of God, you'll see that, like with indigo children, star seeds, that's where we come in at, and that's why, there's almost like one of us in each race or ethnicity. There's no such thing as race, but even ethnicity is like, I when I use the word ethnicity, I just mean like whatever, like levels of melanin and chemical, DNA structure, but it's not no real race or anything, what I'm saying? But anyway, but indigos and star seeds, we are here and placed in each different little, ethnicity, to help our community, you know what I'm saying? Because, say for instance, if just one melanated person was an indigo, or just one Caucasian person, or just one Indian person, Asian Indian, you know what I'm saying? Like then all the other people wouldn't just, fall behind listening to that information, because we've been so separated with he don't look like me, she don't look like me, you're not gonna get the lesson, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, again, you're so far deep into the five senses of seeing somebody look different, like you can't deal with them, so that's not gonna work, which it would probably work over time, but it's just not gonna, but if you had like the, uh, enlightened star being, a high vibrational being, and matter of fact, and not just one, but like like a bunch of them in each little, ethnicity, you kind of got like a bunch of these star beings, and then two, as they, within their own communities see, what I'm saying, and then they have a common behavior to other star beings and other ethnicities, so people could see like, all right, well, this doesn't have to do with color, you know what I'm saying? And you start to see how that comes together, and how that will help people to wake up. So when I think about star seed, and two, when I feel, when just, my truest vibration, like I just feel like I'm about love and bringing people together, not no corny way like, oh, let's all give each other a hug, not no way like that, but about showing love and bringing people together, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where we're dealing with, like, with information, where, and two, in the black community, which we need to get off of that, like, oh, well, oh, this brother, just Uncle Tom and this and that, just whenever you like on the peaceful thing, you know what I'm saying? Which rightfully so, I understand where they're coming from, because, racism has evolved to turn into this all let's come together thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I understand that, I understand that, it's trickery with that. But at the same time, I'm not sitting around, fearing no other race or being race, you know what I'm saying? And two, with getting information, like, I noticed that I was here for that reason of bringing people together whenever I realized that, like within the conscious community, within the quote unquote conscious community, you know what I'm saying, the melanated people, where some brethren spirits, speaking of knowledge, but it was some things that was like it wasn't resonating with me because it gave off a lower vibration. I'm like, all right, wait, hold on a minute. I'm like, and in your head, you always too. We grow up with this mind frame of that because somebody's older, because somebody's considered a teacher, they supposed to be way better than you at everything, and they supposed to just be the. But now we all different. We're all on different parts of our growth. So I realized that, hey, like maybe I do have like more of a closer connection to source and God on a true spiritual level. Because even though these brethren might have more of the the text knowledge, like actual physical knowledge of knowing that this happened in 18 BC, this and that, they may have that conscious knowledge, but the intelligence, that heart intelligence, that empathetic, God intelligence, a lot of quote unquote conscious people lack. And I see that that's something that star seeds, across the board have, like no matter what color, all star seeds, in essence, we got that deeper love than most other people in the conscious or spiritual community, you know what I'm saying? I realized that, you know, we are here to keep things together, you know what I'm saying? Because even with things becoming spiritual, it's still that hidden agenda of people still kind of sticking close to, and ain't nothing wrong with, sticking close to you. And this especially, I mean, be real with you, like right now, for say, for instance, for melanated people, that's the problem at hand, where the things are out of place because we're being oppressed, and we're not sticking together, you know what I'm saying? So it is good for us to stick together, but in the essence of building that situation up, but not, sticking together to be separate, you know what I'm saying? Like it's sticking together in order to, build on something that was taken away, you know. But it is all, just we've been sprinkled around. And matter of fact, I'm kind of, so if I'm somewhat drifting away from the last point, I'm just kind of going with the flow of it, As a matter of fact, I caught this thought as like a little insight or whatever, at the last minute. But we all are placing. You think about it again from a God's position. Like all right, how can I make these humans listen to me? How can I make because, and that's another thing too I thought about on level two, because I look at the consciousness and how it's still, oh, that's what I was on, like how it's still erasing. Because, say, for instance, you got some of the people in the in the melanated community that's still like a little, you know, hateful towards their oppressors, you know what I'm saying? Then you got oppressors that, are on the spirituality, on the crystals, but somehow when they speak in their knowledge, they always skip over Africa and everything started in Greece, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's still those little subtle racisms across the board, actually, you know what I'm saying? Because even down to Paramahansa Yogananda in India and with Hindu, you know what I'm saying, where even, they in his book he didn't recognize none of the, indigenous culture, which is culture, that's knowledge, the mystery schools from Kemet and Kush were, that India is the extension of Kush. A lot of people don't know that. That's why the culture is so similar to like Ethiopian. The people somewhat look the same, honestly. But you know what I'm saying? But though that knowledge, is still being swept under the rug, even though somebody's claiming to be spirituality and we, coming up with all the truth. And it's like, nah, it's still like a little undertone of, racism. So that's where the indigos come in on that truthful, super authentic vibe to really say like, all right, nah, let's be really really loving, really truthful, and really raise our vibration. You know what I'm saying? Because another thing too, we like not even say insurance policy, but like I say, these other conscious people, may end up the ego still floating around where it may still cause some type of war, some type of fight. So us star seeds are here to kind of just make sure, you know, nobody press no buttons and let no bombs off from that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everybody get the bigger picture and get the big understanding, because everybody still, we're here for a spiritual upgrade also. Like, people so focused on what to do as humans, like a spirituality from a human level, but we're here to bring in spirituality from a God and a vibrational level, on a higher understanding. So, so that's basically what we're here for, basically.
I thought that was you, boss.
Yep. Matter of fact, it's time.
Yeah,
Bam.
it is, boss.
Wrapping it up. Matter of fact, y'all see you. But again, I was right at the end. But peace. Happy now. Matter of fact, and let's remember that, indigo, starseeds, y'all stay. We're here for our purpose, so stay on track. You know what I'm saying? But again, gotta cut the video short. So peace, which is not short. I was to the end anyway. So peace. Happy now. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past.